Alright, this Ask Misty is from Ronnie. Hey Misty, I could really use your help. I have been with my boyfriend for almost a year and a half. He is super controlling and has made me change so much about myself. Go make him happy. I think he means to make him happy. I'm not happy in my relationship and haven't been for some time now. I think the only reason I'm still with him is so that I'm not single. Am I doing the right thing? Please help, Ronnie. Ronnie, I think you answered your own question to me in your question. You yourself said you are not happy, first of all. Second of all, you said you think you're only with him because you don't want to be single. So let me rephrase and answer your question with your question. I also think that you're with him because you're afraid to be alone. It's not a bad thing to be alone. It can be an amazing thing. The problem is there are so many people out there that are terrified to be alone, and they constantly jump from horrible relationship to horrible relationship to horrible relationship. Instead of looking for Mr. Right, they settle for Mr. Right Now. And the problem with that is, obviously your boyfriend also settled for Mr. Right Now. You're not his Mr. Right either. He doesn't want you. He wants whatever he's changing you into. And I've also done this. I met somebody when I was younger. There used to be this thing called AOL, which stood for American Online. And I hate to say it, but in the 90s, it was the only way people that were not completely like nerdy, I can't think of another word, but like computer literate, to sign on the internet. You did it through your phone, you called in, otherwise you had to like have a DOS prompt or whatever. And it was like an amazing way. You actually had to pay by the minute to chat. But chat rooms were all the rage. There was a chat room called M for M Relationship. And I used to sit in this chat room and talk to people because I wanted a boyfriend. I wanted a boyfriend so bad. But I was willing to take anything apparently. And so was this guy. Well, I was in Tulsa, Oklahoma. The guy lived in Naples, Florida. If you watch my videos, you already know that this relationship did not end well. Long story short, we met, we chatted, I think 3 or 4 months on the computer. I finally decided to sell everything up and move to Naples, Florida. It was horrible. It was so bad. And he didn't want me. He wanted the idea of me. He didn't like my hair. He made me cut my hair. He didn't like the way I act. He said I was too feminine. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. He made me quit drag. He made me, like, it was horrible. But I wanted a boyfriend so bad that I was willing to do all the things that he expected me to do. And long story short, no matter how much I changed, I never became what he wanted. He didn't want me. He wanted someone else. That life lesson taught me a lot. No longer am I looking for Mr. Right Now. I'm looking for Mr. Right. I'm looking for Mr. Perfect. And if he doesn't come along, guess what? I'm single, ready to mingle. And that's okay. It took me a long time to realize that. It took me some horrible, fucked up relationships. A physically abusive relationship, an emotionally abusive relationship. Not good. I was dating somebody that was addicted to drugs and that lost his job and his house and his car and got put in rehab. I've been around, girl. And now, finally, I'm not looking for someone. Like at all. My thoughts on this is very simple. If you're not happy, get out. If he doesn't want you, let him get somebody that he wants. If he doesn't love you and respect you and worship you for you, then you need to go and find somebody that will. Because guess what, sweetheart? There's a lot of fish in the sea. A lot. A lot. And I don't care who you are. You can be fat, you can be ugly, you can be short, you can be tall, you could be one tooth, you could be extra teeth. I mean, it doesn't matter. Somebody out there will love you. But let me put it this way. I've said this a long time ago. I don't even know what video it is, so I'd link it for you. But my Mr. Right would never expect me to cheat. I'm not a cheater. And if I was dating Mr. Right Now and I met Mr. Right and he was like, oh, Misty's not available, and like went off and, you know, and if he went off and like settled down with somebody else or whatever, I would be devastated. My point is, how are you going to find Mr. Right if you're stuck with Mr. Right now? Get out. It's been 1.5 years, and that's a long time. And I think you at least need, I would say 6 months to 1 year of just focusing on you. Get your esteem back. Get your physical well-being back. Go to the gym. Start taking care of yourself. Be proud of who you are. You know, you always hear that saying, how in the hell are you going to expect somebody to love you if you don't love yourself? And that is true. If you're a slob and if you're depressed and if you're miserable, who's going to be attracted to you? Not a lot of people. So you need to start taking care of yourself and put yourself back out there. But more importantly, don't focus on finding a man, focus on being the man. And the other guy will come along. Mark my words. But again, when he comes along, make sure somebody that wants you, not the idea of you. I don't know. It's a tough one. Relationships are tough. They're very, very tough. And I'm gonna, through like a Christian televangelist, put your hand on the screen and I'm gonna send you lots of light and lots of positive energy and lots of love, and I'm gonna give you extra backbone. Take it. Take it for yourself. You deserve it. And you deserve somebody that loves you. Loving you, Cece.